Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from your locations, wherever you are around the world. So, we have two major events making international headlines. The first event is that the Westerners have just set a big trap for Vladimir Putin. It's like a big mousetrap. They want to catch Vladimir Putin gently and calmly in a samurai-style fishing. They want to catch him through the International Criminal Court with what the world has witnessed recently. I am referring to the passing of Pope Francis. They want to catch him in Italy. But the argument they are using, we firmly believe that Vladimir Putin, a wise man, a serious man, will understand and make a better decision. The argument used, even if one is a child, a newborn baby, one can automatically understand, especially in the current context of the Russo-Ukrainian conflict. If Putin takes a risk, it would be over for him. The second global event is that there is a ping-pong game between Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky. It's really heating up. And Zelensky is playing with Donald Trump. He's playing like a game of rabbit, and it makes Donald Trump very uncomfortable. Let's go then to the first event regarding Vladimir Putin. But please, Berka, share the video conference. Share it as much as possible. Give it lots of likes. We all know that Pope Francis has passed away. This evening of April 25th, 2025, they have closed the coffin. Since it's tomorrow, anyway, the faithful had until today, Friday, to pay their respects, to make confessions over his body, etc. So he must be buried soon. He must be sent underground. In relation to this, there are many heads of state who will be traveling, notably heads of state from the Orthodox religion, like Vladimir Putin. As we know, he is very fond of his religion. Even during Easter, Palm Sunday, he was always at church. So, many heads of state will be traveling to pay their final respects to His Holiness, Pope Francis. This is why Russia is not even making the request. Russia has not made a request. But it is Italy that is speaking out. Rome is speaking out. Italy says that even if Vladimir Putin decided to come to pay his respects, decided to attend the Pope's funeral, Italy would not arrest Vladimir Putin. Here is what they said. If Putin decides to come, they will not arrest him. So, Italy is declining that. But the question that arises is, can we trust these people? We are talking about Italy. Yes, even though in the context of the Russo-Ukrainian conflict, Italy is not as agitated as Poland, as Lithuania, or as some other country, like France. But Italy remains a Western country rooted in the Western mindset that aims to try to get a hold on Russia, to render Russia incapable of causing harm. The Western theory, they say that Russia must disappear from the European map. Russia is therefore this monstrous monster that destabilizes, that tires Europe. People have tried in countless ways to get a hold of Vladimir Putin, but they couldn't. Italy has never been a friendly state to Russia. On what grounds does Italy base its claim that they will not arrest Vladimir Putin? There have been no negotiations We know, however, that on the international level, within the framework of international relations, when there are negotiations, there are agreements. Based on these agreements, the state can invite Vladimir Putin, for example, and can promise not to arrest him. But there is no prior agreement. None of that. Italy, which is a member of the Rome Statute, thus a member of the International Criminal Court, on what basis will it violate the Rome Statute? They want to hide behind the disappearance of the Pope to solve a political problem. In any case, this is the announcement that Italy has made. This is the announcement they are currently making. Vladimir Putin, on his side, has not yet spoken. But it's a trap. If he wants to, he just has to go. In any case, if he goes and returns, safe and sound without being arrested, it will sufficiently demonstrate the power, the great power, of Vladimir Putin. But how to believe and understand that South Africa, which is a member of the BRICS, had suggested to Putin not to make the trip, to attend the BRICS summit, which was highly anticipated. I believe it was in 2023. How is it that South Africa, even as a member of the BRICS, which is a close friend and natural ally of Russia, suggests to Russia, does not refuse, but suggests to Russia, to Putin, to be cautious, not to come, because even if South Africa does not arrest him, others might create troubles, complications. How is it possible that it could be Italy that might do it? No, it's impossible, absolutely. Hard to believe. So in reality, I say it's a trap set by people who have been waiting for Putin for a long time. If Putin ventures to go, mark my words, he risks regretting it bitterly. But since Vladimir Putin is not a child, he has advisors. I believe that he will not do it. There you go. I certainly believe that Putin will not do it. So, here is the first event. Well, unfortunately, we are pressed for time. The second event concerns the misunderstanding between Zelensky and Donald Trump, in which Zelensky is really playing Donald Trump. We will address that in the next video conference. Thank you to everyone. I will get back to you shortly with new updates. This was the voice of your humble servant, Robert Théa.